To start by appreciating Pastor for inviting me. We had the same forum in Bamburi on 1st of June. Tulikuwa tunaita Men of God, and it was a powerful meeting. I don't know whether you knew that when you were inviting me. On 1st of June, we were in Bamburi. We were there, I was talking about some of these things. I was invited, and the same day we had Papa Lai preaching. We had Junior also. It was a full day meeting all the way from 9 to around 5 o'clock in the evening, the 1st of June. So it is a continuation of, I feel like I should give you part of the dose we gave there. Should come to Buxton, right? So I'm not going to shout, because when we are teaching, we don't shout much. We only do that maybe when we are preaching. I am not a preacher, so I'll put that disclaimer. If I don't tell you what Pastor tells you, allow me, that's my space, yeah? Mimi na occupy space ingine. So I will not enter into his space, okay? I will only use my space. So, and I like you have already talked about the sharpening. I thought you had seen my slides, Pastor. You know this scripture? Yeah? If the axe is dull and the blade unsharpened, more strength must be exerted, but skill produces what? Success. I love King James Version, so actually my first Bible was the Thou. So sometimes I use thou shalt not. That's the Bible I read since I was small. I love the King James Version. So if the axe is what? Dull, and the blade is what? Unsharpened. Look at that. More strength must be exerted. When do you need to exert more strength? Wakati unakata, si ndio? Itabidi utumie nguvu zaidi, nguvu nyingi zaidi. Lakini angalia vile scripture inasema, the last part. But skill produces what? Success. Skill produces success. It is better to spend more time sharpening so that you can spend less time cutting. Are we together? It is better to spend more time sharpening, because eventually you're going to spend less time cutting. That is what the wisdom in Ecclesiastes 10:10 is saying. And that is why we are here. That is the reason we are here. Let's move on, please. That is what I was saying, that we were here in 2019. That was September, 7th September 2019 on a Saturday. And we were talking about business empowerment. I know many were not in that day, but we were at the rooftop, yeah? Today is also 7th. Oh my. So it is exactly how many years? Yeah, exactly 2 years. And what a coincidence. We were here 7th September 2019, the same day as today. I didn't even notice that. So we are here again sharpening ourselves, 2 years after. And I don't know where is the young man who was doing the instruments for us that day, because he talked and told and confessed that I have never had such information before. Nitaenda na nitabadilisha hali yangu. He is not here today. And that's the kind of thing I want us to get today. So let's move on. Next slide. Now, go back to the first slide, please. Just go back a little bit, first slide. The first one, intro. That is what we are meeting for today. Look at. And look at that. And I have called man of God because in Bamburi it was men of God. Men of God Forum. And you know, Pastor, our bishop has been teaching about men of God, being men of God. You can even get some of those teachings online. They are in YouTube about men of God. So I have decided to call it also Men of God Economic Empowerment Symposium. And I think that's what Joshua told me. So, and let's go to the current slide now, the one where we were. That's why I started by, asking myself, what is an economy? That's what we are talking about there. Just to appreciate why we are calling it economic what? Symposium. Are we together? What do you mean by economy? When we talk about the economy, we are talking about the government. Tunasemanga economy imeharibika. Ama wameharibu economy, si ndio? Economy, uchumi ni nini? Look at that. The system of making money. It's a system of what? Making money. A system. We usually say a system comprises of components that all of them work together to achieve a what? An objective. That is what a system is. When you're talking of a music system, that's what it is. When you talk of your digestive system, it contains components. Yani vipande zote zinafanya kazi pamoja. You know how your digestive system works? What is the objective of your digestive system? Would you imagine if you cannot swallow? What if you cannot go to the toilet? It's part of the digestive system. Si utalazwa hospitali? Kama huwezi kumeza, hospitali. Small intestines, hazifanyi kazi, hospitali. Large intestines, kama huwezi kukamilisha ile last bit, hospitali. Hiyo ndio inaitangwa system. Yani system consists of what? Components. All of them must work together. That's what a system is. And we have many systems in the world. Solar system, digestive system, reproductive system, right? But also we have economy, uchumi, as a what? A system. Look at that. An economy is a what? We are headed somewhere. It is a system. And the first thing I want you to ask yourself today, are you part of that system? Even before we complete that. Mimi, am I part of that system? The system that does what? The system of making what? Money. Am I part of that system? Si lazima uwe kwa ukubwa sana ama kwa wingi. Are you part of that system, even in slightest sense? Hata kwa udogo. Are you part of that system? A system, that system of making money and producing and distributing what? Goods. Are you part of the uchumi? Unatengeneza kitu chochote? Are you offering any service so that you are part of that system? Yule mama maamri ako part of that system. They are producing. Okay? Ukienda Kongoya pale wale wauza nyanya, mboga, they are part of that system. Okay? Are we together? Are you part of that system that produces? Are you part of that system? Brothers, are we part of that system? Na ninauliza hivyo kwa sababu najua the boy child. I always like talking about the boy child. You know the boy child is challenged. Ask me. I will tell you, I'll give you statistics. University of Nairobi, the premier university in Kenya and Eastern Central Africa, ambako tuna produce graduates wale watahusika in the next few years in the economy, ndio? Niulize nikwambie, the best performing students at the moment ni wasichana. The best performing students are ladies. That is the truth. Unajua vipi? Kama wasichana wanakuwa top, first class honors, unajua wale hawatafuti kazi, wengi wao. Ernst and Young, wanawachukua, wanasema give me the top 5. Unajua entry salary yao ni ngapi? Akienda Ernst and Young, 120,000 at 22 years. At 22 years. Hata hajajua kutumia pesa. Lakini kwa sababu they were the cream in class, because that's what happens at the University of Nairobi. The top wanakuja wanachukuliwa na corporate. Equity Bank inakuja inasema the top 20 in this class tunachukua. Na hakuna corruption. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 wanapigiwa simu, kazi naitaka. Are we together? Where do you think that girl who gets a salary of 120,000 shillings at the entry point at 22 years will be in next 10 years? Unafikiria kuna boy yoyote wa kijiji hata mtongoza? Kama ulikuwa unafikiria ni wako, keshaenda, ayumo tena. So the boy child is challenged. Unless we do heart-to-heart talk, we men, we are doomed. You understand? And I really thank God because of what happened in my family 3 days ago. My wife has been appointed the IEBC commissioner. You have seen the 4 names. That's my wife. She was number 1 read by the president. Huh? You see where I am? Unless I work smart, I'm also challenged. Yeah? Because mshahara taleta kubwa ya kuliko mimi. You understand? So I have to work harder, even more. I have to work hard. Are we together, men? Ladies have more opportunities today than men. So, if we don't wake up, hata hiyo familia yako hauna. Ukiangalia at the University of Nairobi again, those who are going back to school are ladies at 30, at 40. Wengine wakishakosana na bwana zao, wanarudi shule. For your information. Mmegombana, unamwambia wewe hauna chochote. Anarudi pale ulimsimamisha wakati mlipendana. Anaanzia hapo. Na wewe unaenda wapi? Kujigamba mtaani. Siwezi kukaa na mtu ya namna hiyo, si ndio? Na yeye ameenda wapi? Shule kusoma. Mtapatana. Ni kama mpanda ngazi na mshuka ngazi. Hawafanyi nini? Wanasema wapatani ama washikani mikono. Mpanda ngazi na mshuka ngazi hawashikane mikono. So, the boy child is what? Challenged in a big way. And unless we come together the way we are here today, mambo si mazuri. That is why we need to talk about how to empower ourselves, how to engage in the system of making money. Do you agree, men? We need to engage in the what? In the system of making money. Making money. And production. The system of making money. Making money. And I was telling Bamburi on 1st of June, money in your pocket does not cry where it came from. Yes? It will not cry, it will not be shouting, I came from Congo Air, I came from selling mangoes, I came from... It is pure money. Any money in your pocket is pure money. Okay? And there is no holiness in money. money is money. Yeah? No wonder even what you have, you don't know where it came from. It is money. And the Bible says, money answereth. You know, I told you I am a King James, old King James version. It says, money answereth all things. Money answers all things. Are we together? Money will answer all questions. Whether medical, whether... and he'll be respected because of money. Some of the people we respect is nothing else. It's because of what? It's because of money. So we need a system that does what? That enables us to make money. And producing and distributing goods and services within a market. So lazima tutafute where the market is. We have to think about the market. And I like giving my own examples. When I came to Mombasa, and your pastor, we even went preaching. You remember school survey, where he was he just graduated. Yeah, he is a surveyor. We have also used a lot of his talents somewhere. You know, when I completed the university, I came here to look for money. I came to Mombasa to look for money. I was born again. I had met Papa. He had come to preach at Jomo Kenyatta University, I think around 1998, when I was at the campus then. And that is where we connected. So when I came to Mombasa, I said, this is the church I will join, because I was part of the Christian Union at the university. But I came here to look for money. You know, the first thing I started doing was to make flowers. Because when I arrived here, there was no job for me. I started making flowers, the small flowers I used to distribute to one of the bookshops in town and selling also to brothers and sisters on Sundays. I would sell each at 120 shillings. But I didn't have a job and I needed money. I needed money. Are we together? Making flowers to make money. Just kidogo tu ya kuniwezesha. And that's what we are saying. You must be part of that system. Are we together? Brothers and sisters, and particularly those who are younger. But remember also, I saw KFC open across bridge, isn't it? Have you seen KFC? Do you know the guy who, the family now is a billionaire family? And he started that business after retiring from, he was a cook in the army in the US. You know that? You know the story of? Yeah? A cook kwa jeshi. After retire, he had only a few dollars. Then he asked, nitafanya kazi gani now? Things have come to an end. He started kupika kuku tu na kudistribute kwa families, kugongea watu mlango. I'm telling you, KFC now is $1 billion business. It was started after 60 years of age by the owner. Read some of these stories. Now it's in Mombasa. It's in the US. You know all the states in the US, 50 states in the US. In Europe. Went to Europe. Now we are seeing it in Kenya, in Mombasa. You know, the other day I had to, because I know the story of KFC, I had to pass by there and nione what they are doing. Kuuliza tu mnauza nini. You know, because it's a story you have read, you have heard, and here it is in Mombasa. Can some of you read about KFC if you are not aware of the story? I have a book in my car about Walmart. Walmart has employed, currently, it employs more people than all the governments, than any government employer. Walmart. He's the first guy who bought, ndege, see helicopter, for the management to be visiting businesses all across US. A company jet for management, wherever they want to go. The first one. I think Walmart share right now is 112,000 shillings. One share. Safaricom is only 38, isn't it? Walmart, one share. To buy one share, you would need to sell your shamba to buy 2 or 3 shares. Yeah? Are we together? And where did it come from? The owner was selling at a shop. Grew to a store. Grew to a supermarket. Grew to chain supermarket. Are we together? Like the story of Naivas, Tuskegee the dead. The other one that died, Nakumat. The same story. The other day I was in Naivasha, and I went to see where Naivas started. It's still a store. They have not, they have not released it in Naivasha. I went there to check where this story started. It's good to see where small stories, because some of the things we are going to talk about started in a small, what we would call a shop. But see where it is. Na si kwamba, si sababu ya miaka, hata na miaka yako, you can still do something. Are we together? It's not about the years. I have given you the story of, KFC so that it's not the years. Those who think are very young, look at the story of Facebook. Where did Zuckerberg start it? He was a student at the university. He was looking for a way of connecting students to start sharing information. Not even sharing, start chatting, talking to each other. Look at where it is. Today, Facebook is the biggest, social media platform. Today, I think it reaches about 2.7 billion people. 2.7 out of 8 billion. What percentage of the world? Yeah? Can you imagine? And then, they only need to target 1% to market or buy through Facebook. All of us here may be useless to Facebook. They are only targeting 1% or 2%. If 2% buys each $1, how much money do you have per month? $1. 1% of 2.7 billion people is how many? Tunafanya hesabu ngumu ama ni namna gani? 1% ya 2.7 billion people. Na kila mmoja hao 1% tu anunue kitu ya $1. Zuckerberg has billions of dollars every year, isn't it? In revenues. That's how the guy is rich. That's how it, and that is also what social media is doing for some of us who may not know, but I think the younger people know. How many of the clothes that we are buying online belongs to those people who are selling them? Very few, isn't it? You go around town taking photos of the nice clothes, all of them you put them on your page and people start buying. And when someone buys, you go where you took photo of it from. Unaenda pale ulipiga picha, si ndio? Unaichukua unamtumia Nairobi, nguo yake. Yeah? Is it not always happening? Sini namna hiyo. Na watu wanatengeneza pesa. The other day a lady was telling us she's making a lot of money. Yeye ni referral. Yeye kazi yake ni kurefer. Kurefer online, kurefer, kumarket na kurefer. Na nilikuwa natuambia on a good month she can make 70,000, 80,000. Are we together, men of God? Are we together? We are talking about being part of the what? The system. And that is how ladies will respect us. That's how our wives will respect us. Lakini tukikaa namna hiyo, they are taking over, my friend. They are. They are. They are taking over. Do you agree? They are taking over. How many times have you heard Pastor talk about here how ladies are committed? They are supporting the church more than men today, isn't it? Yeah? But the problem is sio kwamba wanaume wamekanyagia, ni kwamba hawajakanyagia chochote. Hawana. Haja bana chochote, ni kwamba hana. Hana. Hakuna kitu amebana. Hana. Let's move on. And you can see, therefore, you must be part of producers or part of what? Consumers. Where are you in this uchumi? Are you, as a consumer, you'll always complain, isn't it? The consumer is the one who complains loudest. But do you know what a producer does? Kama tomato haziko kwa market, you know what we call the supply and demand forces. Yeah? You know, in a free market we talk about supply and demand forces. As a supplier, if the supplies are low, what do? Yeah, because people are demanding and there is no supplies. You hike the price. So as a producer, you have no problem. The problem is the consumer is the one who will continue saying, mnatuuzia tomato 4, sasa mnatuuzia 2 kwa 20 bob. Kwani shida iko kwa supplier, producer, supplier. Sini mlaji ndio ana shida. Yeah? The consumer is the one who is complaining. Are we together? Be part of the what? The system. And be part of the producers, okay? Whether service or what? Goods. Whether service or goods. Are we together, men of God? Let's continue the next slide, please. Therefore, my agenda today, and very simple, is how do we unlock and be part of the system? How do we unlock and be part of the system? How do we unlock? In Bamburi, I shared my story. When I came to Mombasa in the year 2000 and 2001, I was employed. I was employed by a company known as Intertech Testing Services. It's the caliber of SGS or Bureau Veritas, those who know about some of these companies that help in standards. When I joined, I was paid 20,000 in the year 2001. In February 2001, 20,000 shillings. That was my first salary. And I'm not saying it is kidogo. After tax, I was getting 17,680 shillings. I still remember. 17,680. Then we were usually very busy. There is this mama who used to supply food. And you know, in offices there are those who supply food. Right? I don't know who used to tell her when we have been paid, but amazingly that day, she was always there asking for her money. And the whole month, you have eaten 3,000. So 17,680 kutoa 3,500 hapo chakula, food. Are we together? I used to stay in Beersheba. I think then there was a lot of problems with transport. So about 100 or 120 shillings per day. The whole month again, about 4,000 or 5,000 is spent on fare. Then I had one room somewhere inside, right inside there, in Beersheba, which I was paying 1,800. Then I had my dinner to take care of, my supper, isn't it? Every day. You know, I could barely save 2,000. Actually, one time I was unable to go visit my parents, and my mom was sick for almost 4 months, trying to save to go home. I worked there until August, 26th of August, 2002. I sat with myself. I was not married then, and I asked myself, really, what did I come to do in Mombasa? And I told myself, I came to look for money, okay? I came to look for money. I still have the letter. I wrote my manager. My manager was Samuindi. The company is in Kizingo up to now, in Kizingo. I told, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to serve in this company. May God bless you. You know, I was the best performer. I am born again. I used to work hard. By 6 o'clock, I was in the office. I was the most trusted employee in the company. And I tendered my resignation. The mama told me, I'm not going to release you. You think about it. I will not send this letter. But I told her, one thing I am sure, because I believe in God, I will never come back here to ask for a job again. Ati mambo yameharibika, nirudi. Nilimwambia, that one at least I am sure. I am very sure about. I will not come back. I will not come back. Do you know what I did? I took my degree certificates and all, put them in the box. I said, hii certificate hainipatii pesa for now. And I need what? Money. Do you know where I went to? To Kongowea. I went to Kongowea to sell fruits. Mangoes, oranges, daisies, and